Hey guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you're all doing well. Before we get into the video, we're going to talk about Nano Dimension. I just want to say that my hopes and prayers go out to anyone in Nashville right now. It sounds like there was some sort of intentional attack in Nashville. But I don't know. Look it up. It's kind of scary, I guess, right? So if any of you out there are in Tennessee, Nashville in general, please be safe. I hope you're all doing well. It doesn't sound like anybody got hurt, but it sounds like an RV exploded and caused a bunch of damage on a block. So if you know anyone who was involved, you know anybody in Nashville, give them a call, tell them Merry Christmas. Yeah, I just wanted to say that before we get into anything else. So this video may be a bit more somber because I am a bit more somber right now. I don't know what gets into people that makes them want to hurt others. I just don't understand. But like I've said in many videos, hurting people hurt other people. So if you know someone that's hurting, help them, especially today on Christmas. So, but let's get into the Nano Dimension news. Again, my name is Richard Allan. We talk about stocks on this channel. And every once in a while, there's a somber day, but I still want to give you some sort of news and some sort of hope in the stock market. So, Nano Dimension on their Twitter says, did you know that 3D printing RF amplifiers drastically reduces both the cost and time required per iteration? No. It says, read up on the case study with L3Harris and learn more about additive manufacturing and the potential to use radio frequency circuits for RF systems. So this is pretty cool. This is actually on Nano Dimension's website. I will link it in the description because I would love for you guys to actually read over this and see some of the key things that they're talking about. But this is specifically about advancements in aerospace and aviation and how 3D printing for rapid prototyping can save time and money. It's a pretty cool article. Key advantages. Additive manufacturing of electronic technology enables you to reduce weight and miniaturize electromechanical components like never before. New horizon open for autonomous flight systems, drones, more electric, all-electric aircrafts, mini satellites, CubeSats, and digitalization. Significantly expedite your time to market on new space applications. Pretty sweet. They talk about Nano Dimension's groundbreaking technology, makes innovation possible for its aerospace customers. There was a guy who was like spamming his own channel in my comments, saying, kind of like arguing with me about whether or not Nano Dimension works for aerospace, when they do literally work with aerospace companies and organizations and defense departments. It was pretty funny, but he got kind of cocky and he's like, well, watch my video if you don't want to go to school for engineering. Case in point, they work with aerospace. They work with aviation. I don't know where the disconnect there was, but it says from device miniaturization and customization to increasing precision and printing lightweight parts quickly, 3D printed electronics is fast becoming indispensable for aerospace designers. They specifically are talking about Harris Corporation, okay? 3D printing with Dragonfly system delivers performance comparable to traditionally manufactured circuits while reducing cost and money. It says Harris Corporation is a leading technology innovator, solving customers' toughest mission-critical challenges by providing solutions that connect, inform, and protect. Harris supports government and commercial customers in more than 100 countries. The company is organized into 3 business segments: communication systems, electronic systems, and space and intelligence systems. If you guys want to know more about Harris Corp, jump over to harris.com. There's some great information over there. But it talks about the background. Harris Corporation and Nano Dimension worked together on a study to explore the potential use of 3D printing for RF circuits, for RF systems. The project included designing, simulating, and testing a 3D printed RF amplifier and comparing it with the performance of an amplifier developed with conventional manufacturing techniques using FR4 substrate material as a baseline. The study on the advantages of using additive manufacturing to develop RF circuits for wireless systems is part of a joint project with the Israel Innovation Authority and Space Florida Foundation, a partnership promoting research, development, and the commercialization of aerospace and technology projects. The challenge was creating an RF circuit used for conveying information such as data, video, and voice across long distances. It's typically a long, complex, multi-stage process when using conventional manufacturing methods. Guys, if you didn't watch Tom Nash's video, it's a really good take on Nano Dimension. A lot of people are saying that it's a bearish case. Looking through StockTwits is funny because the bears are posting Tom Nash's video saying that it was a bearish case for Nano Dimension, and I don't think it was. Tom Nash is saying that the company is a little bit overvalued right now. It is, but Tom Nash also hasn't really taken everything into consideration, right? One thing that I commented on his video on, I said, look, you have to take into consideration the potential mergers and acquisitions. They've been in talks with 100 different companies. This is a big deal. Once that sort of thing is announced, right, the stock could absolutely skyrocket. He agreed that any sort of merger and acquisition news could drive the stock up further. So I don't know why people think that Tom Nash's video was a bearish look at the company. I don't think he was looking bearishly at the company. I feel like it was a really good look at the fundamentals of the company. And he's saying based purely on fundamentals, the company's a bit overvalued. But a lot of people think that Nano Dimension, like the bears, think that there's no way that Nano Dimension should be valued the way they are. There's no way it's worth $8. It's a $2 stock. It's a $3 stock. This is still a penny stock in their mind, right? And that's what I hear from the bears all the time. And we know now, based on fundamentals, that it's just a little bit overvalued. And I think that's a really big deal because we know, anybody who's a fan of NNDM, you know how disruptive this tech can be. And that's why I'm reading this to you guys right now, because they're doing amazing things out there, specifically in aerospace and aviation. And we haven't even really touched the market of wearables yet. Like that's a big deal. So we'll continue here. So it talks about reaching optimum performance, repeating the process over and over again until the design is reached. In practice, optimizing performance in this matter can be expensive and lead times can be really, really long. But when you have these Dragonfly LDM systems, you can like those old set it and forget it commercials. You can just go boop, 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 boom, and you go home and it's done in the morning. I don't know, like it's pretty cool. It says using Nano Dimension's Dragonfly system, Harris was able to 3D print functional RF circuits. They ended up printing a 101 millimeter by 38 millimeter by 3 millimeter thick circuit, 3D printed in 10 hours. It would normally take a lot longer than 10 hours to send a file in and get it right and receive parts back from somewhere in China or wherever, right? Nano Dimension's silver, nanoparticle, conductive, and dielectric inks were used to create the functional electronic parts in a single print, and the components were manually soldered to the PCB. They go on to talk about the test results here to assess the quality of the 3D printed RF circuit versus one manufactured with traditional methods. Harris used amplifier measurements that tested for small signal gain, input return loss, and output return loss. If any of you guys understand any of this RF stuff, I'm not going to bore you too much with it. But the conclusion was that the performance of the 3D printed RF circuits was comparable with the traditional manufactured circuits. In addition, the use of in-house 3D printed electronics to make RF amplifiers drastically reduces both the cost and the time required per iteration so that the RF amplifier manufacturers can iterate several versions in less time than with traditional methods. Other advantages of 3D printed electronics include the ability to save time by evaluating several design variations at one time and fabricate complex electronic systems that cannot be manufactured by conventional means. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So again, I'm gonna link this down in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me. Merry Christmas. I'm actually gonna work on another video as well because there's some cool SBE news that I wanna share with you too. Yeah, our Christmas celebrations here at home are winding down. We just opened a bunch of presents. My wife gave me freaking massage gun, and I know those things were all the rage, but I didn't even think about getting one, but it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And then I got this cool new, this looks upside down, but it's a Stranger's Things. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a Stranger's Things sweatshirt. It says Merry Christmas upside down. Pretty dope. I love it. But I hope you guys got everything you ever wanted. All the things you need for Christmas. You probably didn't, but I hope you did. I hope you did. And again, my heart goes out to anyone in Nashville right now who's scared, who's hurt. If it sounds like no one got hurt. It sounds like there was a freaking loudspeaker coming from the RV warning people for 15 minutes. Like, who does this crap on Christmas at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning? Like, I don't know. When stuff like this happens, I can't help but feel terrible. Like, I found out about this right before I was planning to make this video, and I'm like, I don't want to record a video. On a side note, if you want to smile today, I'm going to link a video in the description from my boy Dead Inside. It made me smile. I don't know if he's been watching my singing videos or what, but he sings in the very beginning of this video. It's also a great video in general, but he sings with his best Bing Crosby impersonation, and everybody thought he was lip syncing because it's freaking fantastic, and it made me smile, and it gave me a little joy this morning. So I would love for you guys to check that out too. So again, thank you guys for all you do for me. I appreciate you. Whatever you guys celebrate, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Yule, Hanukkah, whatever. Have a happy one. Happy holidays. I'll see you in another video. Thanks.